Great. Look at that. Come on, Stitch. Wow. Stitch saves the day.
Have you seen that movie yet?
No.
I don't know if it's the only live action that I think I would ever be slightly, and I was not a Lilo and Stitch fan, but I feel like it's the only one that's appropriate to have live action.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the live action.
I watched part of The Lion King, and it was not.
No.
It was not. It just made me uncomfy. I was like, why are we doing this?
I'm watching
it's not good.
fake real lions kill each other.
Yeah. But
watch
also,
the Discovery Channel.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Nat Geo has a whole series about it.
All I thought it was about Ken Burns, and I was like, I think he just says baseball, but I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, but everyone says they cry when they watch it, so just prepare yourself with tissues.
Oh, the Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, not Ken Burns. Ken Burns does not bring
like
a tear
Lion
to
King,
one's eye.
sure. But
yeah, there's that whole thing.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm Tori.
I'm Kimberly.
And you're listening to
It's Nothing.
It's Everything. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. What she said.
Oh, we're talking about the comments we got.
Yes.
I was like, where did we?
We did a whole 2-part series on your inner voice and being kind to yourself and giving your inner voice a little TLC. And we got some really fun feedback on that one. So we wanted to kick this one off by sharing.
The most feedback we've gotten, comments we've gotten.
Yeah.
I think it could be, and actually my mother, thanks for listening, Les. She had a lot to say. She was like, we could do like inner dialogue about so many topics.
Yeah.
Because it is like how you speak to yourself. There's like my work self, there's my family self, there's my fitness self, there's my theater self, there's my just like being a woman in this space self. There's, I mean, so many of them. We could talk about it forever, which we basically do. I mean, we talk. I mean, that's really the umbrella that our podcast is about. Yeah. I would say is just like, how can we live a better life by really starting to be nicer to ourselves. So amen. So here's some tips and tricks from the innies of the world.
Come on, innies.
Come on, innies. We will make, what are we making, buttons or stickers?
I like a button. I don't know. Stickers go on a water bottle.
Stickers are sick, bro.
It's true. Buttons are very like, they're so retro now.
But also cathartic when you make them and they go cuckoo, and you just
it really is.
Yeah.
There's something very satisfying about like this. Yeah.
But on Instagram, I put up it's Nothing is Everything pod. Check it out. On a story, I asked for people's, and some of the ones we got were about speaking positive to ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the ones just from Instagram.
We got some from the gram.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one, sometimes it's as simple as telling myself I'm okay. That you're going to be okay.
It is funny. It's not funny, but it is funny how simple that actually is. And yet, like when you remind yourself of that in real time, what a significant impact it can make.
I think there's also a difference between she says,
okay.
quote, you're going to be okay, end quote, which is different than I'm okay.
That's true, because sometimes you're not okay.
Because sometimes you're not okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. And it's that this too shall pass idea. It's like, yeah, I'm not okay right now, but I know it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's like you said, I think, in the episode. I've never not been okay.
Yeah. I've never not pulled myself out of the darkness. Love that. That's from Isabella Bloom.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl, hey.
The hottest burlesquer I know. This as a new one. Deep breaths and listening to books or podcasts.
Deep breaths are always good.
But and these are in, we've sprinkled it throughout the tchotchkes, right? Those are the books and the podcast, the things that you like sprinkle in your life as tips and tricks.
Yeah.
You know?
The content that you surround yourself with.
Well, often, yeah. I'm listening to an audiobook, actually, like when I'm on my little runs. And it's called, because I highly recommend it, let me find it, The Deep Magic of Daily Consistency.
Ooh.
By Robin Sharma.
Okay.
Anyway, but he talks about that. He says part of consistency is also surrounding the idea of what you want, um, is sprinkling that also throughout your life. So if it's like, I want to be, this is the idea of who I want to be, it's like, then put those tools throughout your life,
Yeah.
right? Listen to the things that inspire you to keep going. Read the things that inspire you to keep going. Be around the people who are already doing the thing that truly inspires you.
Yeah, because that subconscious messaging that you deliver to yourself then becomes how you communicate to yourself and then outwardly to other people and then how you view the world. And it just becomes, it's like the actual scientific explanation for manifesting.
Yeah.
Like if you commit your brain to it on a daily basis, you will impact positive change. It's like that whole idea of like dressing for the job you want, not the job you have. Which, you know, there's a fine line. There's a fine line.
I'm not good at that one.
Yeah, no, no, here we are, obviously. I forgot to wear my CEO suit today. I don't want to be a CEO.
Also look like a hippie art instructor right now.
Oh, so you did it. You dressed for the job you wanted.
Listen, I can't do shit with art. What are you talking about?
I bet you could make a mean popsicle sculpture. Popsicle stick.
And I'm Junice. Yeah, that's me. Yes, and.
Yes, and.
Next?
Okay.
Next. This one we definitely hit on is that I pretend I'm speaking to my dearest friend.
Yeah, man, the value of that. That's one of the ones that I struggle with the most.
Oh, why?
Because I will argue with myself about it.
That does not surprise me. Literally one bit. That does not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
That you're like, you are doing great. And then other Kimberly comes in and says, are you?
Well, it's
yes,
more like,
I am. Are you though?
No, it'll start out with the negative, right? Like, what the fuck, Kimberly? And then like, okay, is that how you would talk to Tori? And then be like, well, I'm not talking to Tori. So like, that's not how I would talk to Tori, but I'm not talking to Tori.
I do that too. I do that too, where I'm like, yeah, but you should know better.
Yeah.
But just be better. Don't talk about it, be about it, Tor. And which is, I think that's the hardest. I mean, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
And it also feels stupid, right? When you first do it, you're like, that's silly.
Well, and also it's like this idea that I can't control what you do, so I can always speak to you from a place of kindness because at the end of the day, your actions are not my responsibility. They're out of my hands. But at the same time, like I can also speak with kindness to people whose actions are in my control. Like it doesn't mean that because my actions are within my own control that then I have to be an asshole to myself.
Yeah.
But like, why is it? Why is that so hard for me to reconcile?
I mean, and that's like, there are no failures. There's only lessons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that goes down to the minuscule thing of like, God, all I thought about was like the milk I put in my coffee. It's like, I wanted to try oat milk, but I only had this. Damn it. Be mean to myself about it.
Yeah.
Or it could be like, you know what, Tor? We're going to get it next time.
Yeah. It's just Tuesday and you just had 2%. So tomorrow you'll stop by the store.
Stop pooping.
You'll get some oat milk.
From that milk. I don't know. I don't have that problem, but
oh, that's nice.
I know, but I know some people do. But highly recommend talking to yourself.
Yes,
in a positive way.
Kindly, she deserves it, or he.
Yeah,
or they.
Them. Yeah, I named critical inner voices. I call them by name, pat their head, put them back to sleep.
Put them back to sleep. Oh.
Murder?
It's like you put a bag over their head.
I'll suffocate you to death, bitch.
I like to
be fair, I think there are some inner voices that need
suffocating.
Yeah. And that need to literally be put to death.
I agree.
Because I mean, think of those like dark times in your life and you're like, how unnecessary was some of that because of my own shenanigans.
Your own creation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that needs strangulation.
100%. Remove the oxygen, put the fire out, take the oxygen away.
It's so dark.
What I like about that though, she says pat him on the head and put him back to sleep, is that
feels tender.
It does feel tender, and it also frames it as though like those negative voices are the children, right? It's the toddler throwing a tantrum. It's not your inner adult who should be driving the ship. It's your inner child who needs something. So you're fine. Go back to sleep.
That's nice.
Yeah. Or murder it. Not your inner child. Just shitty
No,
voices.
they're still trying to work through their own shit.
Yeah.
This also came from the gram. What I tell myself in the mirror, my power and positivity is so much bigger than I am. I am blessed with the responsibility to share it with everyone I interact with.
Ugh, my power and positivity is so much bigger than I am.
Yeah.
I love that.
That it's my
You're
responsibility.
yeah.
It's my, and I know this person, and uh their positivity is radiant. And so I
I
can
love
only
that.
imagine when it's not. One, how yucky that feels,
Mhm.
and the judgment we would put on ourselves if we were like, I'm not, you know, doing my best or whatever. And some days we're allowed to have those days,
Yeah, I'm sure she's
you
not like that
know?
100% of the time.
Yeah. But yeah, the responsibility to share it with everyone I interact with.
Yeah.
I actually was in the shower today, knowing that we were gonna kind of talk about this. I was like, what are other things that I say to myself? And the thing that I like didn't bring up on the podcast the first time was like, I literally, my mantra, one of my mantras is, I'm the fucking light. Like, and
Yes.
it's aggressive, but also so am I sometimes. But it's like that's all in my control,
Mhm.
right? That's like the choose happiness. It's like I am the fucking light.
Yeah.
One of my favorite like memes. God, I have to find it because I'm gonna butcher it. But it was essentially about. Oh, no, I have to find it. I have to find it
Okay.
because it's too good. But it's essentially that. It's just like if you want to feel light, be the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be in control of it.
Yeah.
Mm,
When you feel darkness, you use your light. Go
yeah.
find it. Dig deep.
Let
Find that
that
shit.
freak flag fly.
Find that bitch.
Just burn it down. Amazing. This one came from another amazing listener. And yet again, I just want to say thank you to those people who interacted and sent us stuff. I love it so much. Because some of them have been so great and great tools to lean on. This one was delightful. It's a little long, but we're gonna get through it. Um, that number one, to get around negative self-talk, I focus on experiencing my body from the inside. And they go to say, once on the beach in Kauai, I was so immersed in the feeling of the sun and the breeze and the mist off the water and noticed how I wasn't looking at myself from the outside. I have never felt more wonderful in my body than that moment. I'm trying to recapture that feeling as often as possible.
That
Um,
gave me goosebumps.
yeah. I mean, and there's more, but we're gonna hit that. I'll talk about them in a second. But I mean, just like that, looking at your life, experiencing those like really magical moments.
Well, and that's also truly being present. You
Ooh,
can't be present if you're looking at yourself in a swimsuit and going, "Oh my god, I look horrible," and "Oh my god, that person over there is going to judge me," and "Oh my god, that seagull's going to judge me," and like,
get out of here.
none of that is being present. That's truly being present and going, "The warm sun on my skin feels amazing. That light breeze is keeping me cool. My body feels relaxed. My
Mhm.
stress levels are low. The sound of the ocean is
Mhm.
soothing me." I mean, that experience every time over self-judgment. Every time.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Good. That's a good one. That was
it's
one
a
of the big ones that hit me. I was just like thinking of a moment in my life where I was like, I can get back to that feeling.
yeah.
Not necessarily the going to Kauai and sitting on a beach all the time, but like
Yeah.
I can recapture that feeling. Um, Same person says, wear clothes that feel good. I spent
Mhm.
so many years trying to wear the smallest size possible that I didn't realize how uncomfortable my clothes were until I stopped doing that. Allowing my body to feel good instead of constricted makes a huge difference.
So true. So true.
It is so, I've noticed that where I'll like put clothes on and they feel too tight in like literally one spot of my
Mhm.
body and it ruins my mood.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I,
Makes you on edge because 'cause you're just
yeah,
uncomfortable.
yeah. And nobody knows this. What's funny is like nobody actually cares about the size.
No.
I had a roommate in college who,
Yeah, your body is still the size that it is regardless of the number on the tag of your
well,
clothes.
and nobody's going around checking,
Yeah.
No one's like, let me see your tag.
Yeah.
Like nobody does that. I remember having a roommate in college who was like, I can't buy bigger pants. I was like, why not? It's just like, because then I will have bigger pants and I will know that. And I'm like,
But if your body requires bigger pants.
but are you comfortable? Because those pants do not look comfortable.
Yeah.
And Which is already felt weird as a friend being like, girl, you got muffin type. Let's just not let your sides breathe. And that feels yucky. But also I was in my truth telling phase
Sure.
and I was just like, but I don't care I don't look at your pants. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It says size 14.
Yeah.
Cannot be friends. No, I've never done that in my life.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized if you go up a pant size, you don't qualify
to be my
friend anymore. So
No, I
gotta
just want
shut
my
it
friends to be
down.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Same with me. I would just want comfortable, comfy clothes.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but if your clothes are too tight, if your pants are too tight, you guys don't do that to your pelvic floor. Don't do it. Your pelvic floor deserves more. Don't do that.
Your pelvic floor deserves space.
She got to breathe. She got to move with your diaphragm. Every time your diaphragm moves, which is every time you take a breath, your pelvic floor moves also, or should.
Oh.
But if you got tight pants, a tight belt, your pelvic floor can't move with your diaphragm. Then the pressure gets displaced. And then we have things like incontinence and pelvic floor dysfunction.
Is the same thing with leggings? Like really tight compression leggings?
If the waist is really tight.
Yeah.
Because basically when you inhale and your diaphragm extends to draw air into your lungs, your pelvic floor should also extend.
Okay.
But if you have such a tight restriction around your waistline, that extension from the diaphragm cannot translate down into your pelvic floor because all of your fascia, muscle, tissue, etc. is disrupted by the restriction around your waistline, that your pelvic floor can no longer move with your diaphragm. And so then it gets stuck and then they're not working together. And then we have things like incontinence, pain with penetration, constipation, urinary incontinence, urinary frequency, all kinds of things.
Let that puss breathe.
Let it breathe. Also, you guys, it affects your libido.
Oh, man, let me tell you. Tight pan will fuck it up every time. Hell no, do I want to let's get sexy. And I'm like stripping.
Yeah, let me peel myself out of this.
Yes, it's like watching the sausage be unmade. You know what I'm saying? And I said, nah. That's like when Spanx. I love a Spanx sometimes, but sometimes I really don't.
Yeah.
And getting out of a Spank, though, is so unattractive.
It's like a cartoon. It's like something that I imagine you would see like on SpongeBob, where it's just like you peel the Spanx down and then you just like your body just like overflows out of it.
It's like when you cut a sausage and just
yeah.
That's me coming out of Spank. Anyway, okay, the last one. When the negative talk comes in, I've stopped telling myself that I'm a bad feminist for feeling this way.
Ooh.
And instead take a moment to actually acknowledge and offer comfort to myself. I tell myself that it's so hard to have been the recipient of that kind of messaging before. I try to move to replace it with something else.
That's so good. Also, the good versus bad. Are you a good feminist or a bad feminist? Are you a good person or a bad person? Like there's no good person versus bad person is maybe a slightly different conversation, but like there is no good and bad unless you look at life through a punitive lens, which a lot of us were taught to, right?
Yes.
But like good and bad is not relevant.
No.
Because every day is different and every situation that you're in is different. And on the days that you struggle, that doesn't make you bad. It just means you're a person who's struggling. Like Dr. Becky says, you're a good kid having a hard time. God bless her.
I know. Changing the world.
Yeah.
Changing the future leaders of America by changing their parents. Right? Like honestly,
where you have to.
She's full Pixaring the humans of the parents of the world.
Yeah, she's teaching us how she's reparenting our inner children while also giving us the tools to parent our actual children in real time.
Come on, Dr. Becky.
Come on.
Sponsored by. We're not. Maybe one day. We're gonna manifest that. We talk about kids and ourselves and how we are mean to ourselves.
It's true.
Anyway, so yet again, thank you for those people who reached out. It does make a huge difference for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like we're not alone.
Sometimes it feels like we're just talking into the abyss.
What?
Which we are. So it's nice to know that there are actually people listening.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
I love it.
Me too.
Perfection.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about
wait. I did want to say one thing about Lord, now I forgot it. I bookmarked it in my brain when we were talking earlier and then it left. It was about your inner voice, being kind to yourself. It was about Rosalind. I just took her this week to a jazz camp
Oh.
in Port Townsend. It's her first sleepaway camp,
Oh.
and it is not all ages. I think it's 14 plus, but
Okay.
like 14 up to whatever.
Co-ed?
So it is yes, but different housing.
Okay.
They had like all of the under 18 housing is in one building, and then all of the 18 plus is like on another part of the
Interesting.
it's an old decommissioned military base.
Of course it is.
So they're like
Spooky.
sleeping in the barracks.
Yes.
It's very cool though. It's beautiful. And this was her first sleepaway camp because, in first and second grade in Indonesia, we were not going to send her to sleepaway camp.
No.
And then we came back and we only had 1 year before the pandemic. And so then she never did sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
And then she was in shows. So at 15, she's doing it for the first time, and she was very
nervous.
Very nervous.
Yeah.
And so I drove her out there. There was a shuttle from SeaTac because a lot of people fly in. There's like a lot of international people that attend. Yeah.
Wow, it's big.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
okay.
like 170
That was like for her school or
people
something.
who attend. No, it is international. And the faculty are all like legit jazz musicians.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. And she's going for voice, not for trumpet. So yeah, she gonna crush it. But like she was nervous because she's never stayed away. Like the only time she's ever slept away from home is when she's like at a sleepover with friends.
Yeah.
So she's like in a dorm room by herself, having to like be fully responsible for herself. Yeah. She was super nervous. And then also on top of that, that's what it was. The imposter syndrome. The like, I don't deserve to be here. She's like looking around at these, like there was this man that was checking in next to us who was like, I don't know, in his 70s. And it was clear that he had gone for years. And he was just like, he just had the 100% PNW jazz musician vibe. Just like white hair.
Swagger.
Yeah. Just like fully unbuttoned, short sleeve button up with like the khakis. And he was just like there to play his saxophone and live his best life. And then there are all of these like older kids who, I don't know. She also, I think, gets intimidated by tall people. But like as we're
Me too,
like,
babe.
Same. As we're getting her settled in her dorm room, there are people who are just like having a jam session during orientation, or not orientation, but during registration.
Yeah.
And so you're just like walking around this campus and there's just like jazz music everywhere. And she was like, I mean, I watched her eyes get
dilate.
Yeah. She was like, I shouldn't be here. I don't belong here.
I can't have a jazz session.
Yeah, I'm going to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to, just like all of the worst anxieties. And I was like, yeah, but everyone had to audition to be here, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, including you, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so do you think that they just like did you a favor, but all the rest of these people are legit? Or like, what's the, like, help me get to the root of the imposter syndrome. And she was like, I don't know how to read music. I don't know. Cause for the audition, she had to record jazz scales and like, what was the other thing she had to do? I don't know. Anyway, point is she was very intimidated by the audition material. So by the time she got there, and then there were all of these people there. And like, I'm sure it's intimidating too, seeing international students come in. And she's like, that kid just flew all the way from Japan to come here. Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, what is the root of your, why is your brain taking you in that direction? Like, what's the root of it? And she didn't tell me outwardly, but I just asked enough questions.
Yeah.
That like at a certain point, she finally was like, because I said, do you want to go home?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can, if you want to turn around and go home, that's always an option. Right. And she was like, no, I don't want to go home. And I was like, okay, well, if you change your mind in 2 days, call me and
how long is it?
We'll figure it out. It's a week.
That's also a really long time. That's not a sleepover.
It's
a long time.
It's a full week, and it's 2.5 hours from here.
Wow.
So like, I get why she's intimidated. But as we talked through it, and as I asked more questions, just to like try to understand where her head was at, it was like, I don't know how she was able to transform her perspective in that conversation. But by the end of it, she was like, no, I belong here. I'm going to stay. I should be here. And I was like, great, you did it. I don't know how. I guess that's the whole point of my story is like, sometimes you do it without knowing how. You just.
Well, I think also I think it points out the fact that when instead of judgment, get curious.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, ask
if
questions.
you just keep asking questions, we talk about that all the time, or I do in class where I'm like, if something's not happening physically in your body, let's, instead of like, God, I wish I was better at this, or why can't I do that and they
Yeah.
can do that? Get curious. I believe that every person can do every posture that's ever been done.
Yeah.
It might look different and you might have to get there a different way,
Yeah.
but it's your posture. It's not a posture that needs to be hit perfectly by all people.
Well, there's no perfect, right?
Exactly. And so, like, let's get curious and ask questions. Be like, oh, that hurts because, I'm physically built different, or,
Yeah.
all the things. I don't trust that. I don't, get curious instead of judgmental, because you'll find the answers. I mean, she did that.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, and
Asking questions.
she really thought about it.
Mhm.
I didn't feel like she was brushing me off at any point. I felt like
Mhm.
she was really I mean, she was annoyed in the beginning for sure.
Sure.
But I felt like she was really considering
She's
my
15.
questions, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
not surprising.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the more she really looked around through a neutral lens instead of looking around as
Mhm.
though like she is beneath everyone,
Yeah.
and recognizing that like the girl across from the hall from her is the same age as her, and like there are other people here who are also young and
It's
have
gonna be
never
so
been here
cool.
before. And
That's gonna be so good.
yeah, I'm so excited to see who she comes back as,
Yeah.
because it's going to be a huge moment of growth for her.
Yeah.
Which is also scary for her, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
everything is foreign, and growth is always scary
Growth
because
is
it means you have to get
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah,
Yep.
but she's doing
Wow.
it. She's kicking ass.
Yeah, at per usual.
Arpeggios, that was the word I couldn't find.
Arpeggios. Cappuccini.
Cappuccini, Capellini, arpeggio. She had to do like blues scale, jazz scale, dissonant seventh, and then like a bunch of arpeggios, and then also sing a song and scat.
Woof.
She's which
Squeedly dee 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 dee
yeah,
dee dee.
which for her was just like she just did like da 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 da, like she just used one sound.
Yeah.
But then yesterday she was like, "So I can scat now?" And I was like, "Okay, tell me more." Like you could
Ribbit.
before, but okay. And she was like, "I don't know." Like I was working with my voice coach, and he was like, "Do you scat?" And I said no, and he said, "Great, go for it." And then she was like, "And then I just did it." I was like, "Yeah, look at what happens
Mhm.
when you don't tell yourself you can't do something. Look at what happens."
Goes back to my grandpa Harry. I didn't know I couldn't.
Yeah, nobody told him he couldn't.
Nobody said I couldn't do that. So why?
Come on, Harry.
Who's the only person that's stopping me?
No
Me.
one.
Yeah, just me. I am my biggest. Everyone's their biggest critic for the most part.
Yeah.
Dumb. Be better, everybody.
Quit it. Make your inner voice nicer, and then I'll be mean to you.
It's a weird turn, but all right. Yes, and.
Anyway.
Oh, I love it. I mean, we could truly probably talk about that.
Yeah.
All of it. Forever.
But
We're just your daily dose, your reminder.
yeah.
Okay.
We wanted to talk about food. Food.
We've gotten
Food,
requests.
glorious food.
Bonky, bow, bow, bow. We've gotten requests to talk about food. Somebody was just like, could you just like tell us how it works?
And we did have a request. Man, I feel like back in the beginning when people
Mhm.
were first submitting for KT Hot Takes, we had a request about food. And like,
Yeah.
how should women eat for their age?
Mhm.
And I think that question was specific to how should women eat for menopause, but it's a much bigger conversation that I think also ties into this.
Yes. I mean, even before I knew we were talking about this today, I was teaching class and I had this topic has happened 3 times just today in my life I mean, there's just so much information out there, but 2 of my students were talking to me about their friends who are doing bodybuilding, and they were just, like, watching these people kind of actively destroy their bodies,
Yeah.
And, like, listen, I am all for a goal.
Yes.
You're sloshy.
Goals are important.
I'm all for a goal, and oh my god, it's going to hell in a handbasket. Just whacking all the microphones. I'm all for goals and, like, challenging yourself. And so I don't mind, like, bodybuilding, if that's, like, your goal, go for it.
Yeah.
The thing I have a problem with is with bodybuilding specifically is they have programs to help you. They've got coaches, they've got the step-by-step thing to get you there, to get you the leanest, the cuttest, the blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
They do not, that I'm aware of, have a program to refeed yourself
Yeah. To
appropriately,
phase yourself out of it.
to phase yourself out of it.
Yeah.
To the point where people die.
Yeah.
Um, which is not great if people are,
I would agree with that.
death is probably not what they were going for.
Death is like bad and stuff.
But like, I mean, I had a friend who went, there was like a bodybuilding expo or something a few months ago, and he went because he has done bodybuilding, and somebody died there
Yeah.
at the expo.
Like
And
while they were competing?
yeah, because it was a 21-year-old female,
No.
and she went into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
And it was just
Oh
like,
my God, that makes me so sad.
it makes me so sad. She died. And so I was just like, I mean, and yet again, we have, but it's the question of why are you doing it,
Yeah.
right? Get curious about why you're doing it.
If that's whatever your goal is,
Whatever your
why
goal
is it your goal?
Why is it your goal?
Yeah.
Why is it your goal? Because if it's because of body dysmorphia, let's deal with the problem. That's not saying you can't therefore then go and compete, right? I'm like, but
yes, two things can be true.
Yes, you can have that goal, but you can also look at yourself and be honest and be like, I'm doing this and I know that the root cause is not my best.
Yeah.
And I would say fix that before you go not feeding yourself forever.
Right, because then that dysmorphia seeps into you trying to get competition ready, and that's how you do scary things that lead to scary results.
Yeah. Well, and then you do the show and then it's done.
Yep.
And then you go have your burgers.
Yeah.
And you gain weight because, surprise, your body was hungry the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's that psychological banana hammock situation. Banana hammock.
A psychological Speedo?
Yes.
Where's my psychological Speedo?
Talk about not breathing, okay? They're high and tied up in it.
They are high and tight.
Yeah, but I mean, like that, the fuckery that happens in the head. I can only imagine when you're like your leanest, you're strong, not your strongest, because those people are actually not strong.
You are not. You are not your strongest because you're so depleted.
Yeah, but you look at, and so that just needs to not be. But then you're like, I've got to get back there. I've got to get back there. I've got to get back there. Now I just feel fat all the time, and it's like you're not though. I know, the people. I know a man and I know a woman who have done bodybuilding, and the man just went back to normal life.
Yeah.
He's still yoked, like he's still jacked, but the female has had a really, really hard time mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still beautiful, she's still strong, she's still yoked, right? She's still like jacked too, but she cannot love herself. At least the conversations that I have had with her have all just been, it's all about, oh, I'm fluffy and I'm, thick and I get that, but like, ask yourself why.
Why do we attach a judgment to those words? Why does being fluffy mean anything? Why does being thick mean anything? Why is there an assumption that those things are bad? Rather than just what they are, which is just
That's a great question.
Just a description, just a word. It's just a word.
Yeah. Just like facts and feelings are not the same thing.
It's literally just made up sounds put together.
Floofy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, as somebody who is going through the first quote unquote bulk of their entire life, and as a female, I feel like it's like so counterintuitive.
Yeah. Well, right, because we've been told to be less our whole life.
To eat less. Be in a deficit. It's the only way to lose weight.
And your ultimate goal should always be to be smaller, shrink more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as somebody who is actively doing the opposite, I will say that it's exciting for me, but I feel all those things.
Yeah.
Like I feel fluffy. I feel thick. I feel bigger. My clothes are not fitting like they did. And this is not, I've talked to my nutritionist because I work with somebody, right? I'm not
I
just
mean, you
like
have
free balling it
to.
out here, which a lot of other people are. And because, I also come from a seat of privilege where that was a priority for me. I wanted to
Yeah.
work with somebody who knew stuff.
Yeah.
And I have the funds to do that, right? But I think she even said to me, she was like, I never thought you would ever say that to me, that you'd be willing to do a bulk. She's like, when I first started working with you, you're just like, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. And my body just wouldn't. My body said no.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure I've had 2 babies. I'm almost 40. I overtrain. I'm sure there's some overtraining that has happened in my life. Because I'm a yoga instructor who lifts a lot of weights and does
Yeah.
CrossFit, and I started running. I like love movement. Movement is how I like live my fullest life. But yeah, my nutritionist was like, I'm so excited. And
Good.
I can't tell you, I wish more females would do it. I wish it was more
Same.
talked about.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't just like jump to a bulk from a deficit, right? I did maintenance first, and I
Yeah.
had to find my maintenance. I was like, what is that? 2,200 calories. What?
And then how long did it take you to find it? And then how long did you have to stay there before you could move on?
I was there for probably a month
Yeah.
at least. And then she only upped me by like 200 calories. But and then it was I'm still in it, right? We're only doing a bulk for um 8 to 12 weeks is what
Good.
is
That's
what
good.
I'm on,
Yeah.
or what she has me on. And I would say for the first 2 weeks, I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to eat." And I'm not even eating crazy. I'm not eating 3,000 calories,
Yeah, but it's still hard.
but it's still hard. And the
to
carbs are high,
Yeah.
and I'm doing like not a dirty bulk, right? Dirty bulk is just like, eat it.
Yeah.
Just like eat the food.
Full send.
Full send. It doesn't matter. Candies and carbs and all this stuff. No, I'm like eating it with like whole foods and stuff,
Mhm.
which is very filling.
Yeah, it's hard to get that many calories of whole foods in your body. Like, there's only so much brown rice and steamed broccoli you can put in your body before you're like, "I'm good. I'm full. I'm
Yeah.
like, my stomach is distended. I'm good."
Oh man. Yeah, my stretched pants. My vagina's not breathing. Let's just say that. Like, I was just like, oh, sweet Lord. But here's what I have noticed in just this is like week 3. Like, I'm not even that deep into it. The strength in the gym
Yeah.
has like
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah, your output is like the first thing that you see, right?
Holy God. I was like, I didn't even know my capability. I thought I was strong before.
Yeah.
Like, as a, average woman, I was doing great things, but I had no idea. I was like rowing with a 50 for 10.
Come on, queen.
Pat was like, holy shit, Tori. And I was like, but look
Yes.
at me go. Like, I was like, and it was hard.
Of
And
course.
of course it was hard.
But you had the stamina
But I had the stamina.
because you had the supply.
And then on top of it, where I would do a workout before, even when I was at maintenance, I would do a workout and then maybe had to teach or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was gassed. That was it. That was all my energy.
Yeah.
Talking about our last episode, which was about energy
Yeah.
and tools and stuff. And it was like, I had nothing. I had used all of it in that, 2.5 hour span of
Yeah.
my job and doing what gives me happiness, which is movement. And now I'm like doing all the heavy work and doing all the things, and I have energy for the rest of the day. Who am I?
And you increased your caloric intake by how many calories?
200.
That's it.
That's it.
All
She
it-
wants to go more. She
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
to go more, but
And you will.
well, I'm very. But see, this is, but I catch myself doing that,
Yeah.
right? That was a real time reaction where I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think I should,
Yeah.
because I can feel my body expanding,
Mhm.
right? As somebody who is also very intuitive with their body, right? I'm very in touch with my body.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard. And because the reprogramming is so slow, it feels like.
Yeah.
But that has been my goal going into my last year of my 30s, is like, I'm going to reprogram my brain to like not do all that, right? I was like, my goal is to add as much muscle mass and bone density to my body, because after 40, we lose it all.
Yeah.
or it starts to deplete
Yeah.
quickly
Yeah.
as females. And so I was like, I'm going to put on as much. I'm going to be a fucking tank. Like, I want to just, but in like a cool way, like in a
Mhm.
strong way. But that has taken a long time for me to be even open to the idea of that.
Well, we spend so much of our lives as women being hyper vigilant about what we look like in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
how we measure, like literally how we measure in inches,
Mm-hmm.
how we measure in clothing sizes. And it's something that we are always aware of every day when you get dressed,
Mm-hmm.
every night when you take your clothes off. It's
Mm-hmm.
something we're always aware of. So for you to then have to be like, my body is going to change in a way that I perceive as negative, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
And you can say that to yourself 100 times a day, but you still have to fight all of the
Yeah,
programming from the last 40 years.
Yeah, but then the feelings that I feel, which are not facts,
Right.
right? It's not facts. And this is because I've reached out to when I'm in like my low moments, I've reached out to my nutritionist and been like, girl, you got to pep me up. You
Yeah.
got to say something that inspires me to keep going because I'm dark. And she always does. She's like, this is a moment.
Yeah.
This is a tool on the journey to get you to where you're going, to get the strength up, to get the muscle mass up, to do the things that you want to do in performance in the gym and life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not just like, I'm not trying to be a CrossFit human being, right? In fact, I've really loved backing away from that because now I do CrossFit once a week.
Ooh.
I'm still in the gym, right?
Yeah.
But I'm doing a lot of bodybuilding, like
Yeah.
work, instead of just like clean and jerks
Mhm.
and run until you die.
Yeah.
Which some of that's a bummer because it's like, oh, I work so hard for those skills.
Yeah.
But I also know that, like yesterday, I got to experience like it's not just about scale victories. I don't weigh myself, because that fucks with my head too
It's a
hard.
slippery slope.
Yeah, and I just don't have. I'd rather spend my brainwaves somewhere else.
Yeah.
And for a while, I didn't measure, or even take pictures. I was just like, that's not good for me. So I'm going to stop. And, but yesterday, the small victories really matter for me. And I was able to like snatch 100 pounds
Come on.
over my head twice in a row.
Come
I
on.
was like, and that was like that's like very close to my 1 rep of a snatch.
Really?
Oh my gosh. My 1 rep is 105. And I was like, I could probably do more. And I like held it and I was like, I have never, even the coach was like, that was perfect. That was really good, Tori. And I was like, thank you.
Come on, queen.
I know. And I didn't really like even let it sink in until I got home and I was like, holy shit, Tor.
Yeah.
You did that, babe.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did.
You should fucking celebrate.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no way would I have been able to do that. No way have I been able to do that up until this moment when I'm properly feeding my body.
Yeah, because when you're depleted, you don't have fuel. You don't have energy.
Ugh. I'm just like trying to scream it from the rooftops. Not that I'm experiencing it, but the journey has been long as far as like allowing myself to do that. Because yes, the programming has told me be smaller, and especially as a 5'2" girl.
Yep.
And I've always been curvy, so like I hide it in my hips. I don't know, but like I've always been told to be smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So eat less.
Yeah.
Is what I've been
Yeah,
told.
starve your body. I had when I lived in New York, a very good friend of mine was doing bodybuilding competitions, and she had lost so much body fat that she stopped having her period.
No, that's a big red flag.
Which, by the way, guys, if you are so thin or in such a rapid weight loss cycle that you stop having your period, if you are still a menstruating body, that's a sign that things are bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
isn't
that the energy your brain is like literally saving energy?
Yeah.
Because it's depleted everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? It's saying there's something very wrong.
Yeah.
Else.
It's saying I don't have the excess in my body right now
to produce.
Yeah. My body is not in a place where I can produce a child.
Sustain a child, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's deep on so many levels. That's like so intense.
Yeah. And she like, when she first stopped having her period, she was concerned. She went to the doctor. The doctor was like, you've lost too much weight. She took that as a compliment.
And I think we all would. I mean, honestly, like if in my normal days, not knowing better,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the thing, like half the people don't know that's wrong,
Yeah.
right? They're just like, great, I'm skinny.
Ugh.
Right? That, I mean,
But it's true though. Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no other layer. It's just like
Yeah.
my goal is to be skinny, and I am.
Yeah.
But there's always skinnier. I mean, that's the thing. Anyway, sorry,
Yes,
I just
yeah.
keep interrupting.
No, I
I'm
know,
just
but
like,
it's so scary. And
Yeah.
so then for like 6 months she didn't have a period.
Mm.
She did the competition. She same thing, didn't phase out of it. Just like tried to quote unquote maintain, but also maintain at a level that was like slightly more calories than what she had been taking in prior.
Mhm.
And the day that her period came back, she lost her shit. And she was like, I'm eating too much. And I was like, no, babe.
Oh no, I might cry.
Yeah. And so she was like, I'm eating too much. I have to go, but like, I have to go back. And I was like, like, this is the, but this story is so common.
Yeah.
So common.
Yeah. The guy, when I was getting ready for my wedding, which was the deep, we have talked about that on here before.
Were you at 1,200 calories a day?
I had 1,200 calories a day.
Hurts my feelings.
I was a server on my feet all day.
Yeah. 8 hours at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
a performer.
And I was in a show.
So on your feet.
Show. It was when I was doing Wild Party.
Yeah. So on your feet all night.
Singing, being the lead and dancing.
Yeah.
And yeah, high stakes, high energy. And then I would go to the gym for an hour and a half. And a lot of it was not lifting. It was just pure cardio.
Treadmill. Yeah.
Treadmill. And I would lift a little bit, but I really don't remember lifting a lot. I worked with a trainer. So I would lift with him.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, most of it was like, hey, go hit the cardio. And now, to be fair to him, I went back. So we had the wedding. Everybody was just so skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah. And why is also your wedding day about that?
It has always bothered me when people are like, I'm losing weight for the wedding. I'm like, but then you still have the rest of your life. Like, why wouldn't you want to look like yourself in your wedding photos?
Well,
and I realize that comes from a place of privilege. I understand that.
Yes.
But also like,
I don't mind like wanting to feel your best.
Yeah.
But like, this was not sustainable. Now I'm really proud of myself because she committed. I was like,
yeah,
it was my first time mentally where I was all in. I was just like, what he said, I did. And it was rapid. I mean, I lost weight very quickly. And so then we went on our honeymoon. We ate all the pasta in Italy.
Yeah, you went to Italy, right?
We did all the
wine
things.
And bread and cheese.
I mean, tiramisu out your butt. Like we were going for it. And then of course gained weight.
Yeah.
Because also I don't think my body likes to be at that weight.
Mm-hmm.
That was also a really big lesson for me. It was just like that's why I don't do the scale, because I was chasing this fucking number.
Yeah.
That means absolutely nothing.
And it's also not relevant to like who you are individually, to your bio individuality, and to like what determines your individual health.
Yes, because my body did not like being that little.
Yeah.
Even though according to that, my smallest, I was still obese according to the BMI. So
fuck BMI.
Right, BMI.
Guys,
if you're
BMI's
going
bullshit.
off that,
BMI's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, guys.
Burn
it's
it.
bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yes,
anyway,
it is bullshit. Outdated. Do not look at it anymore. But then I went back to the same trainer and I was like, okay, let's go. Round 2, ding, ding.
Yeah.
And he was like, great, I'm putting you on 1,800 calories. I said, you're out your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And he was like, no. I was like, I'm not working with you then. And I didn't.
Because he wasn't willing to go back to 1,200 calories.
Yeah, he's like, Tori, you gave me 4 months.
Yeah.
To drop around. I think I dropped like 40, maybe 50 pounds. Like I was,
holy shit.
I mean, I wasn't big by any, but I remember for Wild Party, I went into the audition one weight, and then it was a while before we even started rehearsals. It was like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. And so in my head, I was also preparing for that, right? Because I was like,
gonna be in lingerie.
I'm gonna be in lingerie. I'm gonna be, there's like 3 sex scenes that I have to be a part of on stage.
Yeah.
And so like, oh my God. So there was also that caveat.
Yeah.
But what was my point? What was I even talking about? Oh no.
The weight that you
when I
lost.
went into rehearsal the first day, literally the director looked at me and was like, "What happened?" He was like,
Where you at, babe?
Yeah, I remember that. And I took that as the biggest compliment.
Of course. Yeah.
Because that's the other thing that nobody talks about is like people are always like, "Oh my God, you look so good. You look so good. You look so
All
good."
the time.
Then you get to whatever this imaginary weight is.
Yeah. And
And
it stops.
People stop commenting.
Yeah.
And you take that for Bible. You're like, well, now I'm not working hard enough. Like I'm not trying hard enough.
Now I'm no longer worthy.
And now, and that was really hard. That was another hard lesson and I still know some people who do that, who are still chasing that. And I'm like, it starts here, starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
Look at yourself.
Yeah.
Say that shit to yourself. Say it from your chest.
Yes.
As they say out there in the kids.
Plant
say
your
it with
feet
your
firmly.
chest. And fucking believe it. Like you're beautiful wherever you are, always.
Yeah.
But I also know that goals are important to a lot of people, and I'm here to support that as well.
Yes, and goals are important.
Mhm.
It's very important to have goals for all kinds of things, but it's back to the same, like, what is the motivation? This is your goal. Why is it your goal?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it your goal? Is your goal to lose weight because society has told you that you need to be thinner? Is your goal to lose weight because people have verbally told you that you need to be thinner? Is your goal to lose weight because you're comparing yourself to other people? Like how are you setting yourself up for success?
Yeah.
Which is like a whole different, especially when it comes to diet and nutrition, setting yourself up for success is like a whole different, I guess it's not a different conversation. We should be having it now, but it's not, but setting yourself up for success in anything, in weight loss, in changing your diet, means giving yourself room to fail and then recover. Rather than like, I mean, the reason that we know that diets don't work, because if diets worked, nobody would be overweight.
Yeah.
Like
we'd be there.
We would all collectively be there because everybody's on the next diet fad and it doesn't work because it's not designed to be forever, but we take it as gospel and then we try to make it forever and then we fail because it's not possible to maintain that kind of diet forever. But even in like when I was just in New York, I went to see my endometriosis specialist and she was like, everything's looking rough again. She was like, we have some options. We did an egg count. She was like, your egg count is still high. Your ovaries are healthy. I don't recommend doing a hysterectomy, but we can do another laparoscopic procedure and remove what we can. Or we can try to change, we can do it more holistically and try to change nutrition and lifestyle. But what that meant for me, who already is very restricted with,
I was about to say,
with food,
how more?
Yeah, right. Because of all the allergies that I have. She said the 2 things or the 3 things that are going to be the most impactful at this point with where my nutrition already is to cut out dairy.
You can't see it, listeners, but my eyes are big.
Made me want to cry.
Yeah.
Made me want to weep. Giant alligator tears.
Giant cheese-shaped
giant
tears.
Cheese wheel tears.
Cheddar tears.
And then eggs.
No.
Yeah. And sugar, which that one's easier.
Sugar, okay,
that one's easier for me. That one's easy for me 2 weeks out of the month. But fuck, man.
Period time?
And
sugar.
Ovulation time? Come on.
Oh, yeah, girl.
Come
you better give me. I
on.
want salt in one hand and salt and sugar in the other.
Yeah. And
put
just
them together. Double fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, salt lick it with a coat of sugar.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But that's like, in order for me to not undergo another procedure, that's
Is that what you're doing?
What I'm doing. And I was really diligent about it. And I've done this before. It's hard when people around you don't support you or don't understand, right?
Yes.
Because it's hard to be social or to, like, for me, it was always hardest at family gatherings.
How do you not like hermit yourself?
Yeah. Or where people would be like, what do you mean you're not? What do you mean you're not eating that? And I'd be like,
you're skinny. Why are you cutting out dairy?
Yeah. I'm like, because I want to fucking be alive past the age of 50. Like, what?
I have bigger goals, Betty.
Yeah. Come on, Bet. But even still, even though I've done it before and I know that I have the ability and I know that I have the discipline, it's still fucking hard because like it's food that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's food that I am used to having.
Yeah.
And so for like a week, I was great. And then one night I was like, I just want some fucking pizza. And so I ate pizza. And there was a split second where I was like, Kimberly, you know better. You're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold the fuck on. Like, why is it that I have to go from one diet,
0 to 60.
yeah, exactly. Why do I have to go from one nutrition profile that is my standard to another without giving myself any room to fail?
Yeah.
Like, why would I not expect to stumble?
Yeah.
Why would I not build that in for myself to be like, you know what, girl? Yeah, it's fucking hard. You already are so restricted in what you can eat. It's really fucking hard to take other stuff out, especially because I use cheese as a protein source.
Right.
And yogurt as a protein source.
Where are you getting your protein?
Beef.
I mean, beef's good though.
You know, we get that.
You get that half a cow.
We got that half a cow. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know.
Okay. It's funny because I know you have a lot of restrictions, and Pat does the same thing. He's like, she's vegan, right? I was like, no, she's not.
She eat all the meat.
She eats all the meat. She just cares where the meat comes from.
Yeah.
And no, she can't have anything else. Literally, she can have
don't give me tofu.
Leaf and beef.
Leaf and beef.
Leaf and beef.
I open a restaurant, so I'm calling it. Welcome to Leaf and
Listen,
Beef.
I think it would do good. As
Out
far as
here
like
for sure.
dietary issues,
Yeah.
you're like, there's no corn, there's no dairy,
there's no soy. If you want to cut, come to Leaf and Beef.
Come on to Leaf and Beef. Sponsored by the It's Nothing, It's Everything podcast.
That's right. But then once I reframed it for myself, where I was like, you know what? Yes, it's going to be better for my body, for the chronic conditions that I have, to remove these things from my diet. And also, I'm a human. I'm not a robot. And also, there are just going to be times where it's going to be easier than not. And I don't think that's a cop-out. If we, like, for example, Monday night, I was meeting my friend Caroline for dinner. We had plans to meet on Tuesday night, but she lives in
Bainbridge?
She lives in Bainbridge.
Yeah.
And I was driving back from Port Townsend, and I wasn't going to go down to Tacoma and then back up because traffic was so bad. So I was going to drive to Bainbridge and take the ferry anyway. So I was like, why don't I just meet up with her now while I'm here rather than making her come into the city tomorrow night? And also, this is already a night away from Dot. I didn't want to have a second night away from Dot. So I was like, great, let me just see if we can,
shift.
Do it all at the same time. Met up with her. Bainbridge, small, cute little area, but a Monday night, trying to find a restaurant that's open on a Monday night that I can eat at.
I was like, they love a cheese.
Yeah. So we went to a pizza restaurant and I got a pizza and I
Yeah.
had some goat cheese, and it's fine because the alternative was me being like, sorry, Caroline, never mind. We can't have dinner because I can't eat anywhere. And I was willing to make that sacrifice in the moment.
Right.
Because it's one day.
Right.
And I also trust myself enough to know that I'm not opening Pandora's box by doing it once in a blue moon.
I think that is people think that it's like all or nothing.
Yeah.
And then if you go even a little bit out of that box, if you eat a candy bar,
yeah, it's all ruined.
It's all fucking ruined.
Yeah.
It's like a candy bar ain't gonna do nothing.
No.
Get back on it. Don't make it a daily habit. Right? Enjoy it. That's also part of like, it makes those moments even sweeter, like pun intended.
Yeah.
Because you're not having it all the time. So you can actually enjoy it for how it's intended to be enjoyed, which is like, it's a sweet treat.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Don't make it every, day at noon. I have my jumbo candy bar, but like
Costco size.
But I know I have a few friends who struggle with this topic, and they've said that they're like, I'm all or nothing. And I'm like, the only person that's going to hurt is you in the long run.
And I know that people do it as like a safety precaution, right?
Yes,
like you
I totally
decide
get it.
for yourself. You
Yeah.
have to be 100% in, because if you're only 99% in, you might as well be 0% in.
Yeah.
I understand that it's like a form of protection. And also to be okay with imperfection and to be okay with, because the amount of stress and anxiety that comes with that lifestyle, to me, is not sustainable. And if I'm meant to be reducing stress, it's still a trade-off, right? If I'm being so diligent that I never eat these things 100% of the time, that's an increased level of stress because I'm constantly checking menus ahead of time to see if I can eat anything. And if not, I can't go out with those people. And, like we already pack our own food when we go visit family anyway, but it's like, how much stress am I willing to add to this situation in order to it's always a trade-off. And so at what point does one outweigh the other?
Yeah.
And for me, being 99%, or like, let's be honest, probably 95% diligent and being 5% off the wagon is far more sustainable to me than the stress of being 100% of the time diligent. And I don't feel like it's my place to say that other people should do that because I don't live in other people's brains and other people's bodies. But like, I do think that it is important for people to consider the fact that 95% is still really good.
Really good.
Really good.
Well, I think that, yeah. I mean, as somebody who counts macros in her life.
Yeah.
It comes from a place of wanting more data, understanding my body, but there's also a sense of like control. I'm a control, I don't trust myself to just like intuitively eat.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't trust myself to do it. And because also I don't know if I believe in it's a slippery slope, that intuitive eating that's so hot right now in the world, of just be like, I'm an intuitive eater. And I'm like, yeah, well then 4 more scoops of popcorn, please.
Right. You can't just go from
I'm sad,
how
so
you were before to you can't just wake up one day and decide you're going to eat intuitively and not anticipate that your body is going to crave what you're trying to remove from it and take that as intuitive eating.
Yeah.
Craving is not the same as okay,
Pillow down.
whatever that was. Craving the things that your body is chemically addicted to is not the same as eating intuitively.
How do you feel about people who say that they have a food addiction?
I think everybody's addicted to something. However, my pushback to being addicted to drugs, being addicted to food, being addicted to sex, being addicted to cigarettes, being addicted to whatever, is that you're not addicted to the thing. You're addicted to either the ritual that soothes the part of you that needs soothing, or the emotional fulfillment that you get from it. You're addicted to the emotional response. You're not addicted to the thing.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
And also, listen, guys, if you are an addict and you're like, you're a fucking idiot, tell me. Because
I mean,
like,
I do want to know if people are out there and they're like, I'm an intuitive eater and it's really worked for me. I would love to know.
I mean, I will say I have gotten to a point where I can almost always eat intuitively. But what that also has taken is, I mean, I was diagnosed with food allergies when I was in my 20s. So over 15 years ago. And I would say really, I've only been able to truly eat intuitively, like be able to sit down and be like, okay, I can feel that I need more protein in my body. I can feel that I need more cruciferous vegetables. I mean, it has taken me at least 10 years of being conscious of what I'm eating to get to a point where I can feel what I'm lacking.
But also that's like because you do have so many food allergies.
Yeah.
Like your scope is very
limited.
Very small compared to like my scope, which is like I can't have shellfish.
Yeah.
Meat.
Yeah.
I think it's, but also that's one of the things I love about macro counting is like, yeah, now I can like look and be like, I know what around 4 to 6 ounces of a protein looks like, right? Because I've weighed it so many times. Which I don't do that all the time. I think there's a time and a place, right? It depends on the goals. Because there's days where I won't. I'm just like, I don't have the mental bandwidth. Or if I'm on vacation, right? I'm like, that's not what vacation is meant for. And that's what my nutritionist should be like, this is not the time.
Yeah.
You going on vacation is meant for you to be present.
Yeah, that's your
right?
5%.
And why? But also like, that doesn't mean you have to like go all ham hog on the candy bar, right? I always talk about candy because I love candy.
I mean, same girl. Come on.
Yeah, I love a candy. I can mow down.
Come on. Chocolate?
I forget about it.
Come on.
Anything sweet, honestly.
Ice cream?
I don't even like sour stuff, and I would eat a bag of sour anything.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really like the sour. I would work through it.
You'd take one for the team.
I would take one for the team. I was like, what's the saying that I'm looking for? But I think that so much is also centered around like holidays and all that is centered around food and and it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Right. But my family, it very much is like we're Italian. So it's like food and wine is what we celebrate.
Yeah.
Is life. But I was really proud of myself. I've done so much work that this last vacation, we went to Walla Walla, and knowing that conversation, right, we were just like, "I wanna stop drinking,"
Mhm.
you know? And I didn't not partake,
Mhm.
but it was like a wine glass,
Yeah.
just one. And I would, like, check in with myself and be like, "I'm good." As long as I have, like, something in my hand, I'm drinking something like water or, Liquid IV or whatever I was drinking.
Yeah.
That always really helped me, but I didn't feel the pangs of either FOMO or I don't know, FOMO or whatever else kind of guilt I would put on myself of not like, be like, I'm on vacation, so I'm just gonna go for it.
Well, I also feel like so much of drinking is mindless. You
Yes.
just are like, "Okay, I had a full glass, now my glass is empty, now I must refill it." Can you
Yes.
imagine if we did that with water? Can you
You'd be
imagine?
hydrated, bitch.
You'd be so
You'd
hydrated.
be not a crispy chip.
But it also is there's a social aspect to it too,
Mhm.
because, like, there's hospitality to it. If somebody sees that your glass is empty, they have to fill it for you, and
Yes.
that's, like, somebody being hospitable, being a
Yeah.
good host.
Yeah.
So, like, those are the layers too that you have to contend with, is, like, being able to be like, "No, I'm good.
Mhm.
Keep that bottle away from my glass."
Mhm.
And then also being comfortable with yourself, like you said, checking in and being like, I'm fine right now. I mean, none of us need alcohol, right? But
No.
like, I don't need another glass.
No.
I'm good.
I don't need that muffin loaf in the morning first thing, even though sometimes it was nice.
Yeah.
Um, but it's that checking in uh that I think we don't do
Yeah.
either.
Well, and we also have to, I think, something that is missing from the way that we perceive diet, nutrition, food in general in our culture is that we don't consider the fact that everyone's individuality is going to contribute differently
Mhm.
to how they interact with food and alcohol and all of the things. And rather than like all of these stupid studies that have been published that are like women need, X amount of protein and
Mhm.
men can drink X amount of alcohol. It's just not that simple. And
No.
unfortunately, we dumb down information to convey it to the public, and it creates a lot of false comfort
Mhm.
in relying on those statistics when they're not real. They're like averages based on compiling lots of information across lots of people, across lots of periods of time,
Mhm.
and just literally pulling an average or a mean, pulling literally just the person that hits directly in the middle. If you did your study of, 200 people and they pulled person 100
Mhm.
and now they said this is what everyone's
This
goal
is what
should
it
be.
is.
It
Yeah.
makes no fucking sense. But
Mhm.
like that's how we approach caloric intake, what kind of food to eat, what diet you should be on, how much alcohol to have, how much sleep you need. It's not like just none of it is that simple.
Mhm.
And until you are at a point where you can get curious about your own needs and ignore all of the shit that we've seen.
Mhm.
And it's like probably more than two-sided or multi-pronged, is that like we're told things from a health perspective, from an NIH perspective, that we hear from our primary care providers, and it's like, here's where you fit on the BMI scale, and
Ugh, yeah.
and this means X for calorie intake, and but moving away from that
Mhm.
and being able to like get curious without necessarily having parameters is scary,
Yeah.
because you don't necessarily have guidelines other than like, please don't eat 5,000 calories if you're not working out or moving your body to
Right.
accommodate for that.
Yeah.
And please also don't eat 500 calories because you will die. So like,
5,000 calories?
well, 5,000 calories without working out,
Yes, yes, yes,
or
yes.
500
I
calories,
see.
right? Because you're not an infant. Um,
Oh, right.
your body needs more than that.
We need
So like
more than 500,
somewhere,
everybody.
yeah, somewhere in between the two, between 500 and 5,000 is great. But like, I mean, we talked about this before. The amount of calories that my body requires on a daily
Yeah.
basis to stay active, for my brain to keep functioning, for me to feel physically awake,
Mhm.
is significantly more than how my body, according to random health charts,
Mhm.
how my body should require calories.
Yeah.
And same for you, and same for literally everybody
Yeah.
else. But you have to be able to depart from that. And oftentimes, like, depart from what your doctors say is best for you. I can't tell you how many doctors I've told, like, when I tell doctors how many calories I take in on a daily basis, I either get dismissed like I'm wrong or like I don't know what I'm talking about,
Mm.
or like I get like the shock response of like, how is that possible? Like, that's not, your body doesn't need that much. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't, you don't live here
It
in my body.
does. Yeah.
And this is how I feel best.
Yeah. This is how I feel best. This is how I can function. This is how my brain can operate all day long, and how my body and how I can like be present for my children when they come home rather than just like curling up on the couch because I have nothing left.
Yeah.
So get curious, guys.
Yeah. And yes. And that it's less about what it looks like and more about what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's honestly, that's what it's all about.
It's that feedback. How do you feel laying on the beach? Who gives a shit what you look like in your bikini? How does your body feel?
Yeah.
How does the sun feel?
When I switched from what it looks like to how it feels like, that was a big game changer in the reprogramming of my brain of like, how do I perform throughout the day? Where's the energy throughout the day? How's my performance in the gym? Do I have anything left? And it really came down to
treat it like that's what it is, because that's what it is.
And so when I started to do that, I did notice a huge difference of just like, oh,
yeah.
It's not about, what my ass looks like, right? Even though my ass is high and tight, God bless.
You have a great ass, you know what I'm saying?
That's squats. I mean, you marry the two together.
Yeah.
We need the three things. We need food, we need water, and we need movement.
And sleep.
Yes, we need 4 things. And a roof over our heads.
Okay, 5 things.
Okay, 5 things.
And safety. Okay, and physical touch. Okay, so we need like several things.
We need stuff, you guys. We need more stuff. But
that's also like survival versus thriving, right? To survive.
Yes, to survive.
Food, water, movement, sleep.
Yeah.
To thrive? That's a long list.
We don't have that kind of time.
No.
Because we're already over.
Because we're doing it. Hey, food and stuff.
Just check in. I mean, I think that's and if you're a goal-oriented human being, much like I am, like I always like to have something I'm striving for.
Yeah.
That's just more of a mental thing than anything else. It's like, okay, what are my goals? Great. What's going to support that goal?
Yeah. And how can you get the tools to get there, right?
Yeah.
And also that means relying on other people. Get a nutritionist. Don't follow the advice of some fucking idiot on TikTok.
Stop
please, for the love of
with
God.
The fitfluencers.
Please, for the love of God.
Because they don't know.
They don't know.
Half that shit
and
is
they're
genetics.
Selling their supplements. Yeah. And they're just like trying to make a buck. And so they're going to say.
If you find a fitfluencer who is, and if you need a list, I will send them to you. Just DM me. Because it also, that's part of like the tchotchkes that you fill your day with.
Yeah.
It's like oh no. Oh, we're okay. It had froze to death.
We good.
Okay.
We good.
It's like if your Instagram is full of those people who do not have your body type, who do not have your goals,
who are posed in just a way to look like they don't have any fat,
who are posed, edited, and all the things. They're 23 without kids. That's not the person you should be following.
Yeah.
But when I started to fill my feed with these women who are like, oh, what is her first name? Rugby player. Oh shit. I'm gonna fuck up her name. Iona? Mayer?
I don't know. Anyway, I just know there's the Greek pronunciation of the name. I think you're saying is Ioana, but I have no idea.
Oh, sure. Anyway, the rugby player, 17 people are yelling at me.
Yeah.
Anyway, she is blowing up and talking about how she is a big woman, like a tall, pure muscle, 200-pound athlete, Olympian. And she's like, no one can tell me that I am not beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, queen.
No one can tell me.
Come on.
You know what? Because that fucking nothing tastes better than skinny feels is coming back around.
I hate it.
And she was like, you know what tastes better? Strong. Yeah. And you know what tastes better? Food. Yeah. Have you ever had a tiramisu?
She's like, the nothing tastes better than skinny feels. Skinny doesn't feel good.
It feels like bag of dicks.
It feels like a bag of dicks. A giant one. Giant bag of micro penises.
Ew. That's a little bag of micro penises.
No, that's how many.
That's
That's
how
how many
many?
are in that bag. That's how yucky it feels. That's a
That's cool.
giant bag of micro penises. Ew. Just
Anyway,
stick your hand in there.
just a Vienna sausage. Ew, don't stick your hand in it. Ew.
We've gone
Anyway.
fully off the rails.
Anyway, there's another woman who I follow. I can't remember her name. I'll put it on our Instagram stories.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. I'll put it on our Instagram stories because she's also another one who's like, I can't tell how tall she is, but she's not very tall. And she, works out, eat healthy. And she's like, stop with the skinny, you guys.
Yeah.
Stop with the skinny. It's not sustainable. It's not worth your time. It's just stop. Make it more about the performance. Make it about what you feel like instead of what you look like all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have to take a nap every day because you're not eating enough food, you're not eating
Your
enough
body's
food.
telling you something.
Your body's sending you a message.
Yeah. And it's like, listen to the cues. Listen to how you feel throughout the day. If your energy is going up and down, or like me, you can crush a workout, but then you're fucking tanked the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's your body saying something. So do something about it. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
And then be kind to her or
Mhm.
him or them.
To be fair, I don't think we actually talked about what kind of nutrition we
didn't.
we ranted about it.
But I think that's the point in everything that we said, right? Is it's bio individuality. I can't tell you what to eat because I don't know what your body needs. If you want to make physical change in your body and you want to appear aesthetically different, please work with a nutritionist, work with somebody who is certified. by a who like has actual credentials from like a reputable certifying body and not somebody who like got certified through Beachbody or like any of the fucking online, like Fitfluencers now have their own certifications that you can pay whatever $100 for and then get certified as quote unquote health coaches through them. Do your research.
Somebody who does teacher trainings, that is offensive to me that you can get certified.
Yeah. I mean, it's all bullshit. They just give you a piece
bullshit.
of paper and they're like, congrats, you're certified.
You gave me money, thanks.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Oh, I've worked with a quote unquote nutritionist. She has no schooling. And she
and
was
does she market herself as a nutritionist?
Yes.
Well,
then she just kept lowering my calories. I was like trying to do CrossFit and on 17, 16.
No.
Because I just wasn't, because my body was holding on to absolutely everything.
For dear life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, oh, well, nope, you ain't it, kid.
Yep.
And so then because I'm a cheapskate and I didn't want to pay money, I'm so glad I did though.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I work with somebody who is smart and went to school for it,
Yeah,
and also did a lot of
science. Use science, guys. Use science. It's not essential oils aren't going to save you. It's not.
These make stuff smell good though.
I love essential oils. Come on.
Yeah.
I make my own hand soap and I use essential oils. I add lavender to my laundry detergent.
Cute.
Essential oils are great sometimes.
It's not going to make your insides feel better.
Yeah, but like adding grapefruit essential oils to your water to try to lose weight, that's a sham. That's a sham. If that's what your
snake oil, baby.
If that's what your instant nutritionist is telling you, fire them, please.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to put some strong ass ladies that I think everyone should follow because I think they're just inspiring.
Yeah.
And start to fill your feed with smart people.
Preach. Amen.
But I want to hear like tell us all the things. We want to hear feedback on all the things. So those places that you can do that is Gmail. Our Gmail is it's nothing, it's everything podcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
Or our Instagram, which is it's nothing, it's everything pod. And
or Facebook.
If you're still on Facebook, I'm still there waiting for you. It's really just us and
like 2 other people?
No, we have over 100 followers.
Do we?
Yes.
Come on.
I think just 121.
Nobody interacts with us there.
But nobody talks to me.
Yeah. Yeah. They like to talk to us on the Insta. I do love that more of you are starting to send voice notes. That's fun.
Yeah, we love a voice note. Okay. I need to stop using my voice is what that is telling me. But we love you guys. Thanks for being here.
You guys are the best.
Comment. Make some comments.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. Did you love it? Did you hate it?
Like
What do you
on
think?
Spotify, you can comment.
How do you feel about food? I know that it is not possible that there is a single person listening that does not have an opinion.
Oh,
Not
no.
possible.
No.
How do you feel?
What's your crazy fucking diet that you've done? I want to hear some crazy ones.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. I'm gonna rattle off 3 really quickly.
Okay.
You do the same. What was the maple syrup cayenne lemon juice diet?
Yeah.
I did that one.
The cleanse.
Whatever that was, cleanse. I did like smoothie liquid diet. Smoothies only, smoothies and juices only. First of all, guys, eat solid foods. Mastication is an important part of processing food and retaining calories and energy. Anyway, and then I did shit. What was it called before? It was like California. No,
Oh, California diet?
was it California diet? Yeah,
Yeah.
California diet.
Yeah, I did Whole30.
Oh yeah, I never did that one.
Which for the most part isn't bad.
It's a good tool to have in your toolkit.
It's a good tool. It's a good, reset is what they use it for. But I think there are some people who do it on the reg.
Yeah.
And I would love to know the calorie intake of that. I did the Whole30. I did the Beachbody. I did, don't get me started. We'll do another podcast about it. Because if you're eating out of small fucking containers like that, ain't no way you're hitting. No wonder people lose weight.
Yeah.
Because you're not eating anything.
If you're eating baby food as a meal.
Let's see what other, and I count just the 1,200 calorie diet as its own.
I think that's
mark
fair.
of hell.
Yeah.
God, I can't, man, just savoring a protein bar like it was my last meal on earth.
Taking the tiniest bites.
Yep. So it could last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gross. Anyway, look at me now, So anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for being here and
see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Oh yeah, bye.